Hi, my name's Lauren, and in March of last year, I bought this 3-bed terrace house in the Midlands. Join me as I document my renovation and create this space into a cosy home with the help of my wonderful family and a limited budget. Hello, and welcome back to another video. For the last month, my family and I have been working on my main bedroom. This is what it looked like when I bought the house last year. It's a huge room, and I did think about splitting it, but planning permission for an extra window wasn't a cost I was willing to pay at this point. The walls were covered in Artex plasterwork like the rest of the rooms. Luckily, my dad wanted to practice his plastering skills and so got started on this room, doing one wall at a time. My mum painted a layer of blue grit onto the walls first, which is meant to help the plaster adhere to the walls better. My plan for the room was to have the bed against the chimney breast and wardrobes along the wall opposite. So because of a bed being wider than the existing chimney breast, we decided to extend it wider, which in turn made the alcoves roughly the same size. It's now wider than a king-size bed and will create a great backdrop. Rather than keeping it plain, we put some panelling on it so that it's a big feature of the room. My inspiration for this room came initially from my bedroom in my last house, as I have discussed in other videos. I am trying to keep to a simple neutral colour palette for all the painting, so that when I eventually sell, it's a clean canvas for the next owners. I'll bring in personality with decor, duvet covers and curtains.
Oh, a bit more.
Not hardly anything.
No? Okay. The best there, anyway. Right, we're doing skirting as well.
Okay. Yeah, no, you got it. A few things in this project is a leave for later job, which includes the door and handle. I've decided just to paint the door for now so that it blends in, and I'll swap it out at a later date. Whilst filling the panelling gaps, which there weren't many of, I forgot to smooth out the decorating cork on some of the boxes, so the following day I had to scrape this off with a knife. I could have left it and painted over it, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist with these things, and it would annoy me later down the line. We'd always planned for coving in here, so Dad didn't need to plaster all the way to the ceiling. Although we plastered the walls, I didn't see the need to do the ceiling as well. The end result of a smooth ceiling, over the time and effort to complete it, just didn't add up for me. For the wardrobes, I knew I wanted to put them all down one wall and use Ikea Pax wardrobes and make them look built in. I originally had them the whole way across without the gap I have now, but I couldn't then figure out a good place for the dressing table. So by removing one of the carcasses, I created a nook for my desk. We covered the wall with tongue and groove panels in this section for a nod to the country cottage look I'm going for throughout the house. We planned in an extra socket to go near the dressing table area, as there were only 2 single sockets in this huge room. And then we had to cut a hole in the back of a wardrobe so I could actually still use this one. It finally came to the point in the project where I could fit the wardrobes with their drawers and rails. It was really easy to do, but more time consuming than I'd thought. After fitting a few of the doors, that's my end point for now. Next is all the pretty things, so subscribe to see me decorate this space using lots of things I've stored away and some lovely fresh new carpet. I can't wait. Also, if you saw my last video, I also have my brown pantry to be getting on with. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.